Good morning students. In this video, I'm going to explain you about the tuned amplifier circuits. So first, let us look about what is a tuned amplifier. So when an amplifier circuit has been using a tuned circuit, such an amplifier circuit we normally call as a tuned amplifier circuit. Then what you call by a tuned circuit? A tuned circuit is nothing but a circuit which will select a particular frequency with the available set of frequencies while rejecting the all other frequencies. We normally call such a circuit to be called as a tuned circuit. So the tuned amplifiers or the amplifier which are going to make use of this tuned circuit for selection of a particular frequencies. Now let us see what is the application of using this tuned circuit. For example, let us consider a radio receiver. See, if I want to receive only a particular frequency of signal and I want to reject all other frequency signal has been received, so in such a case that I have to use a tuned circuit and I have to tune the circuit in such a case that it has to receive that particular frequency to pass and to reject the all other frequency terms. So the tuner circuit is normally consists of a LC circuit, that is it is made of a inductor and a capacitor. So these two are combined to form a tank circuit. So we can call the other name for a tuner circuit as a resonance circuit or a tank circuit, because this is going to select a frequency and it is also have a capable of amplifying a signal over a narrow band of frequencies that are centered at resonant frequencies. Then what you call by a resonant frequency? When the reactance of the inductor that is being used in the tuned circuit balances the reactance of the capacitor in the tuned circuit at some frequency, such frequency we normally called as a resonant frequency, and this resonant frequency is being denoted by F naught or Fr. Now let us see the definition of a tuned amplifier. An amplifier which amplify a specific frequency or narrow band of frequency is normally called as a tuned amplifier. This narrow band of frequencies are considered to be centered only around a frequency called as a resonant frequency, and this is going to provide very high amplifications for a high radio frequencies, and it offers a very high impedance at resonant frequency and small impedance for all other frequencies. So now let us see the types of a tuned circuit. The tuned circuits can be classified into two types. One is series tuned circuit, another one is parallel tuned circuit. So series tuned circuit, the inductor and capacitors are present in series. So at resonant frequency, this tuned circuit is going to offer a very low impedance, that is, it is going to allow the high amount of current to pass through it, whereas it is going to offer a high impedance for all other frequency terms. And if you consider a parallel tuned circuit, here the inductor and capacitor are present in parallel to each other. So at resonant frequency, this parallel tuned circuit is going to offer a very high impedance, that is only a small amount of current is made to pass through it, whereas for the all other frequency terms it is going to offer a very low impedance. Now let us see the advantage of a tuned amplifier circuit. The first advantage of a tuned amplifier circuit is that a small power loss. So why small power loss? The usage of reactive components like inductor and capacitor that is used in the circuit, it minimizes the power loss, so which makes the tuned amplifier to be more efficient. And the second point is high selectivity. The selectivity and amplification of a desired frequencies is high, so by providing high impedance at resonant frequencies. And the third one is smaller collector supply voltage. A smaller collector supply voltage VCC is used because of its less reactance in parallel tuned circuit, and this is well suited for radio transmitter and receiver, and the harmonic distortion is also very low in the case of a tuned amplifier circuit. Now, if we look at the disadvantages of a tuned amplifier circuit, due to the inductor and capacitor, circuit becomes bulky and it is considered to be more costly. And if the band of frequencies increase, the design complexity also increase for the tuned amplifier. And what is the application of this tuned amplifier? As I already mentioned, it is used in a communication equipment like RF amplifiers, communication receivers, radar, televisions, and IF amplifiers. Now let us look the frequency response of a tuned amplifier circuit. So the bandwidth of a tuned amplifier circuit is nothing but the range of frequencies at which the voltage gain of this tuned amplifier that is going to fall at 70.7% from its maximum gain will give the bandwidth of this tuned amplifier. So the bandwidth of this tuned amplifier is nothing but the difference between the upper cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. So this will give the bandwidth of this tuned amplifier, and this bandwidth of the tuned amplifier depends on two parameters. Depends on the quality factor of this LC circuit, that is based on the quality factor, that is the sharpness of the frequency response, the bandwidth of the tuned amplifier can be calculated. So this bandwidth, the value of this Q and the bandwidth or both are considered to be inversely proportional for the case of a tuned amplifier. Now we'll see what is the relation between this Q and bandwidth. So what is a Q? Q factor is called as a quality factor. This quality factor can be given as 2 pi into what is the maximum energy that is dissipated per cycle divided by energy dissipated per cycle plus energy dissipated due to the presence of external load. So this formula will give a Q factor for any type of a circuit, series or parallel combination of circuits. So the quality factor Q of a bandwidth is defined as the ratio of resonant frequency to the bandwidth, where Q is given by resonant frequency divided by bandwidth, and this Q is going to be, if the Q is high, then we can tell that selectivity of a tuned amplifier will be very good. And as I had told that if Q is high, the bandwidth will be less. If the bandwidth is high, the Q quality factor of the transistor will be of a tuned amplifier will be less. So both are inversely proportional to each other. Now let us see the formula for the Q factor for an inductor. If an inductor and resistor that is present in a series to a circuit, then the Q factor is given by the formula reactance divided by R, that is XL divided by R, where the reactance of the inductance can be written as omega L, where omega L is a radian which can be written as 2 pi F. And the Q factor of a capacitor in a series connection, that is when a capacitor and the internal resistors have been connected in series, the Q is given by Xc divided by R, where the reactance of the capacitance can be written as 1 divided by omega C. So this equation can be written as 1 divided by omega C into R. Whereas the Q factor for a capacitor, when a resistor and a capacitor are connected in parallel combination, then the Q factor can be written as Rp divided by Xc. We know that Xc 1 divided by Xc can be written as omega C into Rp. So next we are going to see what are the three types of losses that is present in our inductor. So the types of losses that is being introduced by the inductor that is present in the two circuits are copper losses, eddy current loss, and the next third one is called as a hysteresis loss. This copper loss occurs due to the resistance of the coil, and the loss that occurs is inversely proportional to the frequency, and this loss will be increases due to skin effect and effective resistance of this coil. And the second type of loss is called as the eddy current loss. Due to this current, due to the current induced in the coil that is present in the tuned circuit, it will result to a heating. So due to this, the eddy current loss will be occurring in the case of inductors, and this type of loss is directly proportional to the frequency, and this eddy current loss is less for the laminated core type of inductor. Next is hysteresis loss. Hysteresis loss depends on the area of the hysteresis loop, and this is considered to be the independent of the frequency used. Now let us see what is the types of tuned amplifiers. Based on the type of a signal, small signal or large signal, the tuned amplifier can be classified into different types. So under the small signal, to amplify a low RF signals or the power output is low, this type of tuned amplifier can be operated in a class A mode, And under a tuned amplifier under a class 8 mode, it can be classified into three types. One is single tuned amplifier, and the other one is double tuned, another one will be a stagger tuned amplifier. So large signal amplifier can be used to amplify large RF signals, and the power output of a large signal is more, and this type of large signal amplifiers can be operated in class B, class C or class AB modes, and push-pull configuration can also be used to further reduce the harmonic distortions that can be introduced in our large signal amplifiers. So further, this single tune amplifier can be classified into two types. So one is called as a capacitive coupled single tune amplifier. The other one is called as a transformer coupled or inductive coupled single tuned amplifier. So now let us see what you call by a single tuned amplifier, what you call by double tuned, and what is a staggered tuned amplifier. So single tune amplifier is nothing but this amplifier is going to make use of only one parallel resonance circuit in each stage. For example, if I'm going to consider a common emitter, so in the load part, I'm going to replace one load part with the one parallel resonance circuit of LNC, and all the tuned circuit that is used in a single tune amplifiers are going to be tuned to a same frequency. Double tune amplifier is nothing but it is going to make use of two inductively coupled tuned circuit in each of its stage. So both the tuned circuit used is going to be tuned to a same frequency. And what is a stagger tuned amplifier? This stagger tuned amplifier is going to use a number of single tune stages in cascade where each being tuned to slightly different frequencies. Okay, students. So in this video, I've explained you about what is a tuned amplifier and what is the application, and how the tuned amplifier can be classified, and what are the types of tuned amplifier. And in the next video session, we'll study about what you call be a single tuned amplifier and its type. Thank you.